Hi everyone, it's Maureen Wong for Your Next Stamp. Today I'm going to show you how to make this little treat bag. I'm calling it a bag because I added a handle onto it, but it's actually just a little box using our, can you guess what it is? Takeout die box. Normally the box looks like this, but I've turned it upside down to make this little treat bag. Okay, let's get started. First of all, I've cut a piece of patterned paper to fit my takeout box die, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that in my die cutting machine. Okay, for some reason it doesn't want to go through. Let's try that again. There we go. And don't worry, the cracking is perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong. That's just the pressure of the plates going through the machine. So after I take out the die, here is what I have left. And I used a double-sided 12 by 12 piece of paper that I cut down for this. And let me move my machine to the side. Okay, and here's our die cut. The first thing you're going to want to do is fold on all the scored lines, and if you're not familiar with the die actually does the scoring for you, so you just have to fold on all those pre-scored lines that the die left, all the small tabs, and then the middle of the box itself. And there we go. And at this point, before you assemble it, you're going to decide which pattern you want on the outside, and I want the dotted pattern on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this down. And now what we're going to do is, instead of closing up the bottom of the box, we're going to close up the top of the box. So you fold in the two small flaps. And for this I'm going to use some liquid glue because it's easier. So I've got some tacky glue here, and I'm going to put it on both of the smaller flaps. And then I'm also going to put it on the inside of these circular areas, and you'll see why. So we fold those down and stick the notched areas together. Make sure it's all lined up straight, and glue those down. And you can see the little circular tabs will glue down because you put glue on the back sides of those tabs. And if you want, you can just turn your box over at this point, and you can get something inside to kind of stick down all those flaps. And make sure everything is sufficiently stuck together. Now you have these flaps, you fold them back, and this is going to be a decorative element on your box. And what we're going to do is stick down the sides, the long sides, both of those long sides. So it looks like this. And then I'm going to take my 1/8 inch hole punch, and I'm going to punch little holes right along the fold of the two smaller flaps. Kind of eyeballing it in the middle. Now I'm going to take a piece of ribbon And I'm using a polka dot ribbon from May Arts for this, and you just poke it through the holes and then tie in a knot to make sure it doesn't come out of the holes. Or if you want, the other option is you can stick it through the hole and then just take a little bit of tape and you can actually tape the end of the ribbon. You see that right there? Hopefully you can see that. Tape the end of the ribbon inside the box, and that'll keep it from coming out. And then just to make sure these stick down really well, and because it's easier to apply, I'm just going to use my same tacky glue. And you might need to hold that in place for a couple of seconds until it sticks. And then on the other side, I think I'm going to take out this knot and put a piece of tape there as well. If you put the knot, that's fine. You're just going to have a little lump in your box side. But that totally works too. But I think for this project, I'm going to use the tape. So let me get this knot out. Sorry it's taking me so long. Okay, there we go. And I'll just get a piece of tape. And tape that ribbon end in place, and I have a little bit of excess tape, so I'll just cut that off. And then I'll take my tacky glue again and glue that in place. Again, just hold it a couple seconds to make sure that it holds. And there you go. You have your little treat box, and you can put candies in there or whatever you want. One thing that I wanted to show you is that a little battery operated tea light actually fits in there. You have to squeeze it a little to get past the top because the top is actually too small for the tea light, but the bottom fits it very well. So if you want to put on a tea light, this can actually make a cute little holder for a tea light. You don't have to put the ribbon handle on if you don't want to, but it makes a really cute little box just like that on its own. So I hope that gave you a few good ideas for how to use your takeout box just a little bit differently, and thank you very much for watching.